The real origins of humanity and our history. This is part 1 on giants.
Is this going to be another one of those videos where you show us a bunch of photoshopped images you found on Google and old newspaper clippings that have long been debunked?
Now, I want to start off by saying there has been hundreds of newspapers published on the skeletal remains of giants.
I can show you article headlines that show there are WMDs in Iraq, and that Hillary Clinton will win the 2016 election. Did you ever hear of the great moon hoax of 1835, where a newspaper claimed they found a civilization on the moon? Just because it's in the news, that doesn't mean it's true.
This is a map where all the skeletal remains of giants have been found in the United States.
No, that's a map of where people have claimed they found giant skeletons. And it's funny that we never get to see these bones. They never get turned over to a museum or to scientists to critically study them.
There has also been many photos taken like this and like this, and I've seen a lot of people come in here and be like, hey, well, it's photoshopped. You know how easy it is for someone to cover something up and just say, hey, this is Photoshop. Let's just tell them it's Photoshop, and they buy it.
Let me get this straight. You took one look at this image, and your first thought was it's not photoshopped? I could have photoshopped a better hoax blindfolded. But you don't have to take my word for it. It took me 5 minutes using Google Images to find the original image that was cut into this photo. This was definitely photoshopped. And National Geographic debunked the other image almost 2 decades ago.
Sometimes we need to look at the bigger picture and just use common sense instead of just believing what we're told all the time.
Well, sometimes, boys and girls, the jokes just write themselves.
There's been a lot of reference to giants in ancient Egypt. The pharaohs were depicted as 12-foot tall beings.
Do you think those statues were made to be life-size? We have several of the mummies of pharaohs. They weren't giants.
Here's more iconography of giants being depicted, and clearly this doorway was not built for the average human being.
You know, a simpler explanation would be that sometimes humans like to make big doors to show the grandeur of a building. Doesn't mean they were making it for giants to walk through. By your logic, everyone who's got a California king-size bed must be morbidly obese.
It's also pretty obvious that these stairs were not built for the average human being as well. Here's the stairs at Machu Picchu.
Those are not steps. Those are agricultural terraces.
Lots of old pictures of giants as well. Literally all over the place.
Yeah, there are tall humans, but we've never found anything to confirm the heights in these photoshopped images you're spreading around.
Recently, all of this evidence is just up and vanished.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
There is a very obvious agenda to cover up the real origins of humanity, and I'm gonna expose it all.
What are we waiting for?